Hello students, this is Dr. Ranjini, Department of Biotechnology, Maharani Science College. Today in this session, we learn about the features of wild fly, that is Drosophila melanogaster, and its mutants in this session. Drosophila melanogaster is a model organism. It is used as model organism in various research. So studying of these models have enhanced our understanding on the development and the functions of the cells and many diseases and structure of genes, chromosomes, and we can also learn the inheritance patterns. Drosophila melanogaster is a very small fly. You will find them on the fruits. And this belongs to the kingdom Animalia. This belongs to the kingdom Animalia and the phylum Arthropoda and the class Insecta. It belongs to the class Insecta. And in that Insecta, it belongs to the order Diptera. And the family is Drosophilidae. And if you see the scientific name of this fly, it is the Drosophila melanogaster. So Drosophila is the genus and the species name is melanogaster. So this is just a brief classification of Drosophila melanogaster. If you just see the wild flies, these are very small flies and they can be handled very easily. And it is inexpensive to maintain and manipulate in the laboratory condition. In addition to that, it has a very short lifespan of about 9 to 12 days. In this fly, you can just differentiate the male and female flies morphologically. A single fertile mating pair can produce hundreds of genetically identical offsprings. Its development, if you see, it is external and you can easily follow them under the microscope. The adult Drosophila has organs that are functionally similar to the higher order organs or the organisms having the higher complexity. So to their organs, we can compare the organs of the adult Drosophila. In addition to that, the responses of Drosophila to the treatment of various drugs is similar to the effects what you find in the other mammals. So that's why Drosophila is considered as the model organism. In addition to that, in addition to your wild type of fly features, we find a high rate of mutation. You know, it is a sudden genetic inheritable changes that you see, that is mutation. And the mutation rate is very high in Drosophila. And numerous mutagenesis techniques using radiation and chemicals have been studied. So you can induce the mutation in Drosophila by treating them with the chemicals or by radiation and their studies has been done. If you coming to the genome of the Drosophila, Drosophila genome is completely mapped, and it is 60% homologous to that of humans, and about 75% of the genes responsible for human diseases have functional orthologs in Drosophila. If you just see the wild type of the Drosophila, the body of the Drosophila is divided into head, thorax, and the abdomen. It is divided into three important parts, that is head, thorax, and abdomen. It's a hexapod with a pair of antenna and pair of legs. It has pair of legs in the thoracic segments. The adult fly, if you see, it is about 3 millimeter in length. The body is brown in color with black strips on its surface. These flies have a movable head region. They have a movable head region with sensory organs for vision. It has pair of compound eyes. It has pair of compound eyes and ocelli. It has pair of antenna, and it has the bristles. It helps to feel the touch. The compound eyes are most prominent morphological structures located on the external head capsule. This eye, it is compound eye, consists of about 940 to 720 ommatidia. So small compartments. So these are referred as facets. So it is a compound eye, pair of compound eye located in the head region, and it has 940 to 720 units of ommatidia are present. So if you see the compound eye color, it is red in color. You should remember the eye color in the Drosophila wild fly is red in color. It has a red pigmentation. The body is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. If you compare the size of male and female flies, usually female flies are larger. So it may be 25% more than the males of the same generation. But this may vary with the age, genetic background, and also the culture condition. If you see the abdomen, the abdomen will differentiate the male and female flies. Just by observing externally, you can differentiate whether it is male and female fly. In males, the segments on the abdomen are dark color. They are dark in color, and it is blunt in at the tip of the male flies. Whereas the female flies, they have the pointed abdomen. They have the pointed abdomen, And if you see the coloration, it is little lighter compared to the male flies. And here, if you see the segments, you'll see more segments on the abdomen. And here in the males, you will see the segments, but at the end they are joined together. At the end they are joined together and they are dark in color. But in females, you will see more segments and they are not joined to form the blunt end at the tip, and they are lighter in color. So the dorsal side will make us to differentiate the male flies and the female flies. So the male flies, they have the blunt ended abdomen with less of segments and they are joined at the tip. Whereas in the females, they are lighter, more segments, and the abdomen is pointed. And in addition to that, if you see the number of segments, they will be more in case of the females. So you can just by seeing the flies, you can differentiate whether it is male fly or the female fly. The forelegs of the males carry the sex combs, rows of thick dark bristles on the first dorsal segment, and this sex comb is absent in females. So the presence of this sex comb is this character is it will be used to differentiate male and female flies. To culture this Drosophila, you have to prepare the media having the wheat flour and the jaggery along with the solidifying agent agar agar. Along with that, you should add the propionic acid and yeast will be supplemented in the media. Prepare that, sterilize and keep it. Sterilize the bottles in which you are preparing. They are called as pint bottles. So you prepare the media and sterilize it. And then you can maintain the Drosophila. To know the characteristics deviating in the mutants, you need to understand the characters observed in the wild flies. So you have the three regions: head, thorax, and abdomen. Head is having red pigmented compound eyes. Thorax, it is having the wing and the legs, and it is having the abdomen. Abdomen is the morphologically differentiates male and female flies. So it is rounded and blunt in case of the male and pointed in the females. The size, if you compare, the female flies are 25% bigger or the larger compared to the male fly of the same generation. And sex combs are present in male flies, but they are absent in case of the female flies. So next is how you will differentiate how the mutant flies are different from the normal wild flies. First, we'll take up white eye mutant. So mutant is the organism which is showing the changes which will be inherited from one generation to another, and the changes are spontaneously observed and they will be inherited. The characters will be inherited from one generation to another generation. So this white eye mutation in fruit fly, that is Drosophila, in actually the wild fly, this is the wild fly eye which is having red pigmentation, but here you see this fly is having the white eye. So that is by either chemical treatment or by the radiation, you will see the development of the certain characteristics that will be deviating from the normal wildfly characteristic. So this white eye mutation, it is first sex-linked mutation that was discovered. You know about the X and Y chromosome present in the Drosophila, XX and XY type of the sex determination. Here, the mutation leads to the changes on the X chromosome. They are called as the sex-linked mutations or X-linked mutation. And the inheritance of these characters or the inheritance of this mutation will follow the inheritance of X chromosome. So here, this white eye mutation, it is present on the X chromosome. Hence, it is called as sex-linked mutation or X-linked mutation. Here, the white eye color in this fly will be white instead of the red pigmentation in the eye. The mutation in the white eye or the gene leads to the loss of the production and distribution of homochromes and pteridine pigments. So these two pigments, so that is the brown pigment and the red pigment, homochrome and the pteridine pigments are found in the normal wild type of the eyes, that is in the compound eye. That's why they have the red pigmentation. But here, these pigments will be absent. This is regarding the white eye mutant that you see in the Drosophila. Next, we will move on to the bar eye mutant. We know we have the pair of compound eyes. Pair of compound eye. You can see here, this is a bigger one. This is the normal red pigmented eye. It is larger in size. But in case of bar eye mutation, the size of the compound eye will be reduced to slit-like structure. It is very small. It's very narrow. So this type of eye is called as the bar eye, and the fly which carry this type of eye is called as bar eye mutant. In bar eye mutant, the compound eyes are reduced to the vertical bars. The number of omatids may be 90 or even sometimes 70. Instead of having 742 or 900 something of omatids will be reduced to 90 or 70. This bar eye mutation is caused due to the dominant mutation on the surface of the X chromosome. The gene is involved in the process of the chetamorphogenesis, that is leg disc development and positive regulation of transcription by RNA polymerase II. So this mutation could be dominant or recessive. If it is dominant, it will be expressed, whether it is a homozygous dominant condition or heterozygous dominant condition. If it is recessive, it will be expressed only when it is in homozygous recessive condition. So this bar eye mutation is the dominant mutation and it is X-linked mutation. It is X-linked mutation So it will be expressed both in homozygous dominant or heterozygous dominant condition. Next, we will move on to the sepia I mutation or sepia I mutant. In the wild type, we have red pigmented large one pair of compound eye. But in case of sepia eye color, if you observe, so the eye of these fly will be somewhat dark brown black in color instead of red pigmentation in case of our the normal fly or the wild type of the fly. It is due to the mutation on the third chromosome. Sepia gene encodes the enzyme which catalyzes the conversion of 6-pyroyl tetrahydroprotein to pyrimidodiazopin, which is a precursor for red pigment. So this enzyme is PDA synthase. So this enzyme is responsible for the synthesis of the red pigmentation. So when the mutation occurs in this gene, which results in the development of dark brown black colored eye, dark brown black colored eye. So this is called the sepia eye. So its color is different. So it's not having the red pigmentation. So this type of mutants are called as sepia eye mutants. This leads to the loss of production of red pigment. And as the age of the fly increases, the pigmentation, that is, it will turn from dark brown to black color. This is regarding the eye mutant, that is sepia eye. Till now, you learned the 3 eye mutants. One is white eye mutant, bar eye mutant. Now this one is sepia eye mutant. 3 mutants you have to remember. White eye mutant will be white in color. Eye color will be white due to the absence of the pigment. Bar eye, here the size will be reduced to rectangular vertical slit-like structure. The size will be less. And the sepia eye will be having the color that is dark brown to black. So these 3 eye mutants you have to remember. Next, we will move on to the body color mutants. Here you have to study yellow body and ebony. Yellow body and ebony. In yellow body mutant, the color of the cuticle of the adult fly is yellow in color instead of typical dark brown color. So it is yellow all over the body. It will be covered with, or it will be surrounded by the yellow colored bristles, due to which the whole body looks yellow, and this type of mutant is called as yellow body mutant. It is due to the mutation in the yellow gene from the yellow family of genes located on the X chromosome. This is also X-linked mutation, and due to the mutation, the whole body will be covered with the yellow bristles. Here, the mutation in this yellow body mutant leads to the loss of production of the melanin. So these yellow-like genes have been identified in insects, bacteria, fungi, and 3 other non-insects, insect eukaryotes. So yellow family of genes encode for dopachrome isomerase that is involved in the biosynthesis of melanin from the tyrosine. So due to the absence of or the loss of function of this gene leads to the yellow color, or the whole body will be covered with the yellow bristles. In addition to that, you have the ebony body. Here the whole body will be black in color. The whole body will be black in color. So these two are the body mutants, body color mutants. One is yellow body mutant and another one is the ebony body mutants. So these two you have to remember for the examination point of view. So you have to see the body color and then eye color. If you have any changes in the body color, then it is body mutant. If you have any changes in the eye color and the size, then you have to just keenly check for the eye mutants. So this is how the yellow body mutant look. So see here. So all over the body color is yellow. It will be covered with the yellow bristles. So that will give the yellow tinge to the body color. Next, we will move on to the wing mutants. Usually, the wild type of the mutant, it has a pair of large wings. It has a pair of large wings. But here, if the wing structure, if it is deviating, you will have either curled wing or else you have the vestigial wing. If the size of the wing is reduced to appendage-like structure, small wing-like structure, small appendages, then it is called as the vestigial winged mutant. It is called vestigial wing mutant. If you have the wing, but it is little curled, So see here. So this is the curled wing where it is having the bent wing will be observed. So this will be bent little upwards above the surface of the fly. So the curly wing, if you take it, curled winged mutants, if you observe, wings of the adult flies will be curved upwards. That is due to mutation in the curled gene that is located on the third chromosome, the third right chromosome. The curly wing gene encodes for the protein nocturnin. It is involved in NADP and NADPH phosphatase activity, and as the 3' 5' exoribonuclease activity. This nocturnin regulates the process involved in the locomotory rhythm and responds to the light stimulus. Mutation in the curled gene leads to the decrease in mRNA deadenylation and decay of the CCR4 and NOCT complex that is actually required at the pupal stage for the proper wing morphogenesis. So when it is altered, we will not see the normal structure of the wing as in case of the wild fly, but instead you have the little curled type of the wings will be observed. That is called curled wing mutant. So here the size is same, but its texture, how it appears, how it is attached to the surface of the body is varying. Next is another wing mutant is vestigial wing mutant. Here the larger size of the wing will be reduced to small appendages. like structure. It is poorly developed. So that is due to the mutation on the autologous chromosome, that is the second chromosome, that is especially in the second right chromosome. The vestigial wing gene encodes for the protein involved in the production of the transcriptional activator that regulate the process of wing morphogenesis during wing formation. The mutation in the wing genes leads to the production of the appendages like or the imaginal disc cells so that size of the wing will be reduced. So such type of the mutants or the flies with the very small, poorly developed wings, which will resemble the appendages or the small wing-like structure, they are called as vestigial winged mutants. So in wing mutant, you have two mutants. One is curled wing and another one is vestigial wing. So they may have the same sized wing, but they may bend upward above the surface of the body. They are called curled wing. If the size of the wing is reduced to appendages, then it is called as the vestigial wing. So these winged mutants they are not located, the genes are not located on the X chromosome. Instead, they are located on the second chromosome, and these the curly wing gene is located on the third chromosome, and the vestigial wing chromosome gene is located on the second chromosome. This is regarding the features of wild type of the Drosophila mutants. You saw the difference between male fly and the female fly. The male fly, morphologically, you can differentiate in the abdominal region. It is having lesser segments. The last segments will be, distal segments will be fused to give the dark color, and it is having the rounded end. Whereas in the females, it is having more segments. Segments are light in color, and the tip of the abdomen, if you observe, it is pointed. Male flies have the sex scope. It is absent in case of the female flies. And if you see the size, the female flies are bigger compared to the male flies. And body is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. Head has pair of compound eyes. Here you have to concentrate on the eye, wing, and the body color, because in the examination you have to identify eye specific mutant, eye color mutant, eye size, and then you have to concentrate on the wings, curly wings, or the vestigial wing, and you have to concentrate on the body color. So the body color could be yellow, or it could be ebony, or the black. So two mutants. So you have to see the normal characteristics or the characteristics observed in the wild fly, how it will be changed in the mutant flies by the mutation. So this mutation may be by the chemicals or by the radiation that leads to the sudden genetic heritable change that will inherit from one generation to another generation. I hope you understood this session. Thank you.